Hi, guys. It is not my fault that we are late. I officially cannot use my old computer to do lives. So that is extremely disappointing. But we are here and we're happy you're here, even though we're late. I'm Lisa. I'm the owner of Sweet and Sassy Treasures. We are live every Tuesday and Wednesday, right here on Facebook and YouTube, bringing you things that we hopefully will inspire you and encourage you to try something maybe you haven't tried before. Today is a really good example of that because I just tried it myself like 3 hours ago. And I am super excited to try this with you guys. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Mary. We're so glad you're here. So I'm going to go ahead, flip the camera, and get started.
Thanks for sprinkling.
I have no announcements, which that in and of itself is shocking. Hi, Vincetta. Hi, Melody from New Mexico. All right, let me brighten this up a little bit, and we'll talk about what I'm starting with. This is just 1/2 inch sanded interior plywood. I get it at Home Depot. I have them cut it into strips that will fit in my car. And then I cut it to my desired length using my table saw at home. So this one is 10 by 10. I painted the board white, and then I've decoupaged one of my favorite background papers, probably my favorite background paper. Hi, Sherry. Called Common Please, and it's by Monahan Papers.
Hello,
Let me
ladies.
straighten this up.
Cheryl, Sherry, Shane.
So you'll notice that I attached it somewhat crooked, but that's not going to matter. Then we're going to use the retired Pennsylvania folk stamp, and it will make more sense why I selected this one. We'll talk about other stamps that would be good candidates for this. Hi, Cheryl girl. Hi, Shane. Kathy, I don't know if I said hi to you, but if I did, hi again. So I wanted to do florals. This is a really good floral. I'm really sad that this is retired. We didn't even have it very long. The other thing I like about it is the distance between where the stamp itself collects and transfers ink. So this is one of my favorites. This is a beautiful trimming piece. Sounds really silly, but this one, along with Heavenly, they both have just a single strip for you to be able to do lines, which is really good. So this is what we're using today. It's retired. I have 3 in stock, and then I won't get any more. Thanks, Deb. So I'm going to just put this right back. And we're going to get started, and I will explain it all as I move along. I did put a coat of Big Top on here, so this is already sealed. And then I'm going to go in with some White Swan. Oops. Just going to brush that on. I don't really need to worry too much about where this goes because of this process that I'm using. So I'm just getting it kind of here and there. I'll end up wiping a lot of it back. So just pulling it in a little bit. So it's pretty sheer.
Ooh, maybe I'm finally getting a notification from you.
So Pam, speaking of notifications, you always want to look to make sure you're still following me, pretty please. And to do that, you go to my page and it should say following on there. But there's a way where you can click on your profile and see all of the pages that you're following. And I posted that a few days ago
That's good.
in response to Joel McCartney's question, why she didn't see my painting that was for sale. So I'm just drying this. And what I've done is I want to do like a simple flower, floral thing, a row. And so I picked, there's so many florals on here. Little ones, big ones. There are all of those. And then the 3 that I selected. And I'll explain why I picked these. So part of it was the size board.
I love those.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So part of it was the size board. And then the other reason was I wanted them to be oriented differently. So like this one is, more of a rectangle, so longer, not as curvy. This is curvy and almost a circle. And then this is like a half circle. So it just to me is more pleasing to the eye. And then I'm not going to want them to be on the same row. I'm going to want them to be different heights. After experimenting for a little bit, what I decided on was I took it to each of these and I stamped them on scrapbook paper. So this one, I stamped on this plaid scrapbook paper. This one, I stamped on this green and cream floral. And then this one got stamped on a pink polka dot. So I did that already, and we fussy cut them. And now what I need to do is adhere them. And the fastest way for me to do that and make sure they dry is to use gel medium. I'm just going to do this brush like this. So I'm going to just put these on right in the spots where I have them. That's what was on this. I'm like, what did I get all over?
What was it?
It was gel medium from my membership group Monday. So I'm just going to get gel medium on here. And then that's going to go right there. And I'll do the same with this one. It's those little ends that are going to be tricky. So that's going to go middle. Must be Judge Judy.
I could hear that.
Got that on there. And now the plaid one. It's going to go there.
You did that super duper quick.
Now, the stamp lines are a necessary part of what it is that we're doing. Oops, do you want to just hand me any scrapbook paper at all? Any of these is fine. I'm gonna move this to the side. So to catch you up, that's all right, to this part, I just took my stamp, and we'll be doing this on another sample that I'm going to show you. So I just took my stamp, inked it up really well to get the most ink when possible, and that's what I'm interested, I push down from the top. And then put it on here. And then we fussy cut it out. So that's catching you up to where we're at. But you'll get to see that same step differently with this part 2 of this. So the magic of I did it already is right here. I'm going to dry these. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fine tip hot glue gun. And what I need to do is make sure that I can get this as close to me as possible. Hold on, you guys, 1 second.
Like scoochy anymore.
Well, a lot of times I bring it through the table to get the strip to go over further. So this is a fine tip, and I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to outline where the stamped image is. You could, but that's not going to make a difference for this project. Oh, thanks, Dorothy. We try. All right, so hot glue gun, and I'm a little shaky, but that's not going to matter a whole lot. This isn't my favorite glue gun, especially when it's not progressing here. I just have to get this one started.
Come on, get out of there.
Oh, you know what? It's coming out the back.
What?
The glue's coming out the back. This is a really lousy glue gun. Son of a beehive.
You want to try the blue one? Darn it. I don't know how long it's going to take.
Well, I need a fine tip one though.
This one's fine tip. Well, I don't know how fine tip of a tip. It doesn't have that.
Don't we have another one of these? Oh wait, I'll be good now. It's still not ideal, but
There's it going.
yeah.
Maybe it just wasn't hot enough.
It's clogged. I'm super shaky today. And you got to make sure that your glue is connected.
Dorothy said her glue gun bit the dust. It was 6 years old.
Wow, I've never had one for that long. I accidentally leave them on all the time.
They need auto shutoffs like our blow dryers and
Yeah.
like our curling irons or whatever. Or iron.
This is going to be the most tedious part right here. I didn't think about that. I tried to save as much time as possible by fussy cutting off camera. And if I had a better glue gun, this would go so much more quickly.
You got to get you a better fine tip if you're going to be playing with this.
I just don't. I've looked at glue guns, and a good quality one, I don't know where you find it. Like this one, it's like weird how it like re-triggers. I can't get like a good flow without holding it.
You want me to plug in the blue one?
Yeah, I can try it. I know I have one brand new in a package. I just don't know where it's at.
Let's see. This one probably has, oh yeah, this one looks cheaper than the other one, but we'll see. You never know.
You don't.
You don't know till you know.
And what I'm going to show you is just like the tip of the iceberg of stuff you can do. Now this little thing right here, I'm going to coat the whole thing. That little tip down there.
This one's not even hardly warming up yet. Usually they're a little quicker than that.
Well, the bigger one is the better one for sure. So what I'm trying to do is not put the tip on the paper because I want it to be like a nice little bead. There are some like little stripes here.
Come on, baby, heat up.
Would really help if I wasn't shaking.
It would be better if you didn't have to press down on it while you were doing it.
Okay, so I got that one done. I'm going to go to this one.
This one might not be skinny enough, Lisa,
Okay.
because it doesn't have that little tip that sticks
The
out
micro
like that.
tip.
Yep. I mean, it's coming out really good. You can try it on one of them.
I'll try it on the pert too.
Oops. All right, I'm leaving it right there. I got that with my hands. We tried. Intrigued. Me too.
Right now, it's probably really hard to envision what on earth I might be doing.
Dorothy gave all of hers away. She wishes she had at least one now. Dorothy said, does anybody have a brand of glue gun they like with a micro tip? We're wondering.
So if I didn't have to re-crank the handle on this one, I don't think it would be bad. I don't know that it has the best heating element in it either. But what you're really gonna appreciate is one of the other things I'm going to show you, and I don't have time to demo it all, but you'll get the idea from what it is, I am going to show you.
Doris Kohler. Hey, Doris says, I have the Alene glue gun, which has different tips, comes with it, and she loves it, she said.
Wow. I'm going to have to look into that.
I don't know what Lisa's is called. It's not called a shear bonder, is it?
No, yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't remember where this even was from. This part, I'm just kind of guessing where these crisscross things go. It's not going to matter. So while this is setting up, I'll show you a couple of other things. Wait, I'm getting warm. I got to take my sweatshirt off. I hear Joann's is having a blowout sale too soon.
I bet everything's gone
Yeah.
already. I don't know. All the good stuff.
Well, the prices were higher than before. Before they started their bankruptcy sale, is what people were saying.
They raised all the prices so they could lower them. I love when they do that. Jeez.
You would definitely want to pick a day when you weren't having the shakes. Although with what I'm doing, it probably isn't going to matter because all of my outlines, I tend to do shaky by design.
Not just said her Joann was cleared out from the very beginning, and yes, the prices were not very good.
Shake, shake, shake. Holy cow. So bad. Okay. So the stems, I'm going to just use black paint. And you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. So we're going to set this aside.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to this board. And I'm just gonna have to pick one here because otherwise we'll be here forever. I'm just going to do this. Real simple. Okay. These are two totally different processes.
Perfect board for that.
Yeah. So this is the Retired Pennsylvania Folk stamp if you guys are just joining. Same thing. The reason I have to move it over is because my cord won't stretch far enough.
shoot, I could have plugged the other black one in for you and see if it was better.
Now for this process here, I need to make sure everything's connected. I promise you guys this is going to be worth it. All of a sudden it's going a little bit better.
Good.
God, I had a sinus headache all day today.
No, I didn't
It's
know that.
clogged again.
Do you take anything for it?
No, because it would make me sleepy. Come on. It might just be where it's realizing that it's a new gun. Okay, really. All right. All right, I'm going to give this a minute. Can I have that one back?
Yep.
So what I'm going to do now is big top.
You get that other flower done already?
No, I have to
Oh.
see if the thingy will unclog. The thingy,
You try the blue one, but I think it's going to be too thick.
I'm just going to put big tap on each of these.
Dorothy, this reminds me of faux stained glass, only it was black glue outline.
Oh. Yeah, that kind of sort of is where it's going. Oops, I missed a couple of things on here. I see. See, and then it gets like rust in it. It just,
Oh, if it
it's
sits in there too long.
crappy. Damn it.
I don't know what to do.
I need something plugged in, something else plugged
Well,
in.
the blue one's plugged in, but you're going to have to try and see if it's too thick or not. And then the black one we already had plugged in, so I don't know if this is going to work.
Oh yeah, that's a really bad one.
Okay.
Way too thick. I'll use it for, I'm gonna have to use it for this, but it's really gonna mess it up because I already started off thin. Yeah, we'll have to try that one.
This is the one you had to put away though at one point, remember?
No, I don't remember.
It wasn't working. Come on, one of you guys.
It's got a red light. That's got to mean something, that it's maybe not heated up yet. I can use this wider one for this part though. Oh, Manta, I've heard about that. I don't think I can bring myself to use one. I think I was drowning
What?
a neti pot. So I'm going to take, this one doesn't, this is like a really cheap one, Craft Smart. So I'm going to try and do these leaves.
This one seems like it's coming out now, Lisa, but not anything to wipe it off on. Very good.
This is going to be a little wonky, but hopefully it's going to be a good wonky and not a bad wonky. Okay. I still need something to go down the middle of that.
Are you gonna try it, or we're just gonna
Yep, I'll try it. See,
another piece of plastic? It's got
There's this-
feathers.
there's
It's got
this
feathers all over it
on and off switch. Which is weird.
from our snowman.
Oh, poo poo. Okay, let's see here. Nope. Nope, that's not. So much for a hot glue lesson. Gosh darn it.
It might have to be half of a flower. That's what I'm wondering. Might not be
Well,
hard enough.
This isn't gonna be ideal. But you'll get the idea. I just went down the center. It's a pretty thick bead of glue, and we're going to see a difference between where the thicker and the thinner was. This one hurts my little finger.
I'm gonna have to look up my curve tip. The Sure Bonder is the first one that pops up.
So I got those on there. Now I want to go and just do dots here. I think this is still going to be pretty cool. All right, now let's see if I can just get a little line in the center of these. This is where it being thick is not going to be optimal. Oops, that one's going to be really a mess. Oh, well, you'll get the idea. Okay, I'm done with the hot glue. Literally, like, so done with it. So back to this one. This is when my thinner one was working. Started with the scrapbook paper. Went over all the little ink lines with hot glue. Now I'm going to grab White Swan paint. Can I have a plate, please?
Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you. So I did the white background because I knew I was using white over the top, and that way I don't have to be super careful. I'm going to dry this and get another coat. Yeah, Dorothy, that's especially being their crappy glue guns. My good one, I don't have that issue, but I did practice ahead of time. I'm going to end up bringing in some other colors here too. I'm going to dry that, set it aside, and go to the other one. The new cottage paints, I'm still waiting for mine to arrive. I didn't order a lot of them. I haven't used them in the past, but I think it will be helpful for some projects to have the built-in sealer. So now I'm going to swap back to this, which I really am not very optimistic. And I'm going to use black paint. What is this? I'm going to use a little black dress. I'm going to go with the darker. Unfortunately, I have a couple samples I can show you if this ends up being an epic fail. Why am I using this small brush?
Because you're still mad at the glue.
Oh, I'm so mad at the glue.
I just looked up fine tip glue guns and there's not a lot to choose from. Leans didn't even pop up.
I really want to make sure I get the black paint in there really well. And this would be, if I wasn't doing like a few projects at a time, this would be considered for a fast little, fun project. Do I have can you hand me a paper towel, please, Pam?
Mm-hmm.
I got glue shards all over. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody know where I'm going with this?
Yes, it is, Shane. It is the darkest of the two blacks.
Yes, this is Little Black Dress.
No, but they get the surprise, Lisa.
Can you see all the strings I've got?
No,
Glue?
you can't. They're not really showing on here.
They're like everywhere.
Maybe it'll add something to the piece. Oh, I see it.
Inquiring minds want to know, what is she doing? The stem's going to come out the best.
Dorothy said.
I'm always trying to find new techniques, new things.
People are guessing. You got a couple people guessing.
I'll have to do something with the background. I wouldn't just leave it like this. Really want to get around that flower good. It might be okay. We'll see. It could end up being, well, that's cool. I'm glad that happened, but I'm not there just yet. Okay. Try this. I'm going to need some, you know that new pink colors from DIY? Flirtatious. I may want some of that. I have to get better around. Black.
The yellow, right?
Nope, it's a pink.
Oh, there's yellow on the lid. For some
Yeah.
reason.
What the heck, right? Aha, it does. It does, it does. Okay, I'm just going to switch back. I'm going to let this sit for a minute. Go back here. Grab my baby wipe. Oops. Normally the glue doesn't pull up at all. It just must have been a little too aggressive in that one spot. This is so dark. Oh, it's coming through good. You can see that pink really shining through where the glue is. Now, if I wanted to, I could work to get that off in the middle.
Like use a Q-tip or something.
Yeah, if I wanted to. Right now, I'm just, my plan was to leave it as I see it. And have it be, real monochromatic. This is my favorite one. That looked, yeah, that one worked really well. We're getting the most color through.
Would it also work with Elmer's glue or glitter glue or puff paint?
So glitter glue, I think yeah, I don't know if you'd see the glitter, but I don't know. I just started, exploring this a few hours ago. I need a water bottle. Water.
She does have a good
Could I
creative
have a
brain.
sponge brush, please?
Yes. Oh, that's a fat one. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm stuck. Oh, shoot.
No, a small one.
Oh my God, I just picked up 3 and all 3 of them were huge.
Oops. So I'm going to use the polka dot stem.
I love the stems. How did that fit perfect or what?
Isn't that crazy? Curving that one a little bit.
I was going to say that's cute because you can actually curve it too. You sealed the flowers after you painted them white and applied the glue.
Yes. This isn't my favorite brush. This.
Hi. Hi, sweetie. What you doing?
Is that Charlie?
No, it's Luna. I mean, it's Zoe.
Oh.
Coming up on me. What you want? Hi, girl. What you want? Want some love?
I'm going to take a wave brush. This 12.
Hi, baby.
And this is Flirtatious, which is the same pink that's in the scrapbook paper, which on camera you guys aren't really seeing what I'm seeing, unfortunately.
God, that's a pretty pink.
just going in with that theme of the hand-drawn.
I hope you have plenty of wave brushes in stock when we go to the retreat.
I just reordered, actually. I could add another color. I'm just kind of playing with it right now.
I like the pink and black and white. It's pretty.
Get this to you. It's not on there tight. Okay. Oh, I just realized I didn't seal the background. This is gonna not go as planned. I'm not going to be able to wipe back like I wanted to, which means I'll have to go back over it with crinoline because there's no sealer on here. It's just going to smear like it's doing right there.
Oh.
I needed Bic Tap on there.
Dorothy, did you show? I know, isn't it a beautiful pink, Cheryl? Did you show an inspiration piece at the beginning? I was 15 minutes late.
Nope. There was no inspiration piece. It was in my brain. There's some stuff that I played around with. This is actually coming off cleaner than I feared it would. But I didn't want to, I don't want to just leave those rough. I want it to be smoothed out. Just like I took a crayon or something. Yeah, I'm shocked it's coming back as good as it did. This is just a filbert brush.
Wait, no, you said you did seal over it, didn't you?
I only did the scrapbook paper.
Oh, okay. I thought you sealed over the.
So a filbert brush is pretty stiff bristled, but it's going to give you better coverage than the wave brush. The wave brush is meant to look like dry brushing.
Thanks for the hearts, guys.
That's more what I wanted. Okay, I'm gonna have that covered more, but I'd have to let it dry and layer it. I'm gonna dry this, then I'm gonna grab the other one. I probably will go in with some green on the leaves. I didn't use the brush that I normally use, which is disappointing. Pam, do you want to continue doing this? Just taking
Yeah,
the
get some of
baby
color.
wipe and getting some of the petals to show through for me.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to the black one.
Yeah.
Okay. So start down here. Now I may have to heat this up because it doesn't always come up good the first time. That's where it's really nice if it's all connected because it all just comes off in one piece. How stinking cool is this? Now I didn't get, I still love it. I didn't get like the black that I wanted there. Want to be careful not to scrape where on your background. So I'm just taking off those leaf globs that I had on there. Tell me that's not so sweet. And that was so easy. Would have been way easy if my glue gun would have cooperated. All right, I'm just taking a baby wipe. Again, I forgot to seal my background. Which means I'm going to have to do something different. Isn't this so cool? McWin surprise. Wowzer. It is like this was so easy. The other one, because I had more and then it needs the black around the side. Do I love it? Not really. Not really loving it. I'm going to take white paint is what I'm going to do. And do the side. This is stiff bristled only because it hasn't been cleaned really well. Actually, it's a little too not clean. There we go.
Yeah, I can use a little Q-tip.
Doing white along this edge like I normally do with the black. Going over black, your paint's got to be thick. So because I couldn't wipe back, this is Plan B. And then you're going to want to spray seal this before you put sealer on here because your black's going to run into your white otherwise. Today's National Dandelion Day. Yeah.
Yeah, blue for everything. everything, don't they?
Yes, absolutely. This sealed is going to be so cool. And this might be, you know, the winner out of the two. The idea for the first one works. I'm just not sure I got there. I won't know till I get the sides painted black.
There you go. Look, the color popped. Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Should I unplug all 9?
Yeah. All 9 sucky.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh my God, there's 4 over here.
Well, the ones that I use for the snowmen, which are the most important, work really well. The one, I should say. I haven't left that one on yet. And then there's, how long have I been on for? Hour.
Make sure they're
There we go. Now you can get a feel for what that's going to look like.
Oh, that turned out cool.
Crud bums.
I'm just now looking at it.
I was so surprised this stamp was retired.
I know I love the simplicity of this piece too. I know I'm surprised they retired it so quickly.
Reminds me of a piece I did with Lady of Shalott long time ago. That was real simple.
Is that where you did half of it black and like a quarter? Or...
That was chrysanthemum.
Oh yeah, you knew exactly what I was talking
Yeah.
about. I didn't even spit it out, but did that. Black and white and white and black.
Chrysanthemum or peonies, one of the two. So the other thing I did was I took some parchment paper and I took my thicker hot glue gun and I doodled. And that doodle you can use as a mask like I did here, or you can even use it as a stamp. And I'll show you that in 1 second. I'm going to have Pam paint the side of the other one to see if we can get a feel for what we think of it.
Yes, it was fairly new. You're right. The stamp they retired. I mean, it's not like it's years
It was
old.
last year. Really new.
Maybe go. Well,
I
don't know.
think sometimes they make decisions about like how much they have in stock, and they must have minimums to reorder. And was it a good enough seller, to warrant reordering it? I mean, some of that has to factor in. Here you go, Pam. And here's a little black dress. So here are the doodles that I made. I told Pam, yeah, I'm not going to show that part. Right here. This one right here. That doodle. And then this flower I just did. So the way that you can Do I have a sheet of paper laying around? Here, we'll just do it. We'll do it on the polka dots here. So this is the one, and I realize you can't see it just yet. So there are two ways to use this, and you'll get an idea of how I made it in a second. Do I have my, let me find my oxide sprays, because that will make pens. See, if I were an oxide spray, I'd be in a container right here.
I'm glad you knew where you'd be.
Here, these will work. I have these right here. I'm not sure they're going to show up on the pink, but, and these are old. I can't even remember when, where, how I got these. Oxide sprays are so cool because of the cool stuff they do with water. I may have to go back on the other side of my scrapbook paper where we're not on the pink side. I'm not sure that was real brilliant either. Oh, come on.
What you doing over there?
I'm making a lot of work for myself. By removing this in an efficient way. Trying to save my nails is what I'm trying to do. I just got them done yesterday.
I was gonna say that manicure's lasting you forever. Now I know you just like.
There we go.
Good.
All right. I'm not sure it's going to show up on this side. Distress inks, they're distress oxides, so they react with water. And again, I don't know what it's going to look like over the pink here. But I've got this on there.
I'm missing the whole thing that you're doing there.
And I'll go in with this color. But you could do the same thing with paints. But I literally just doodled is all I did. And I'll show you what the oxides do too, because it's so cool. I don't want to like jiggle this around. Spray some.
Oh, so they actually like bleach out. Well, they don't bleach the paper, really. That's pretty cool.
Then when you spritz them,
So are you using that as like a stamp? And you'll.
using it as a mask, as a resist.
Oh, gotcha.
But I don't know what it's going to look like on. So this is ugly, but you get the idea of what that does. But then,
Oh yeah.
those are ugly colors.
She does have nice hands.
Thank you. I'm going to take a sponge brush. Can I have the black paint, please?
Mm-hmm.
S'il vous plaît. I'm just going to put some paint on my doodle. And this is the round part, the top part.
It's made from glue.
Yep.
She just went with glue, just like that.
So imagine if you wanted something doodly in a journal or on a background. How cool that is. And that's using the back side. If I use, that's using the top, the rounded part. If I use the back part, where's my flower? Right here. So same thing with the flower. This is the rounded part. I'm going to put the paint on the back of this now. Let me go to here. We'll see if it'll show up. Got white
Oh, yeah,
and
glue on parchment paper, then peeled off. Yes.
yep.
You're gonna paint Charlie.
Done. Lisa Marie.
What?
It's not working because I'm trying to skip steps.
Or write a word. Yes, write a word.
Yes, absolutely. Write a word. All right. Get this on here. So this is the flat side. You're going to get less contact with the rounded side, which was the top. But if you don't have a stamp that is a word with your writing like joy or hope or, and I'm making just a mess, but you'll get the idea. So now you've got the flower. And it's, my brush wasn't very wet.
And you have black paint all over your hand.
I know. This is what you call stubborn. And I obviously wouldn't be putting the paint on the surface that I'm wanting to stamp onto. But this would not be my go-to, but it would be awesome to add words. Okay, let's try it now. Or like that.
Oh yeah, would you have to write it backwards if you wanted to use the flat side?
Yeah, you'd have to do. Oh, that didn't work any better. You get the idea, though. All right, do you have that? Did that save it at all?
Yeah, maybe dry brush over your leaves so they're not as dark. I think that's what's bothering you. Maybe.
I love the idea.
That's what you said was bothering you, so it doesn't bother me. I know you wanted your real skinny, tiny brush.
I did, yeah. So it was wispy, and of course, it's got into black paint.
Uh-oh. It's going to get interesting. Oh, I see the black paint.
No, I just have to do something else, but you get the idea. It's pretty cool. But that's not gonna make me happy, Pam. It's not gonna bring joy to my life.
I thought it might tone it down for you.
Well, it's toning it down, but it's still not making me. There's no joyousness here. No joy to be found. It happens. It might, I mean, it needs green. It needs something. It's just blah. On the other hand, this one is amazing. And we could have done that like this. Or we could just literally pull these off. Wonder what happens. Oh, it pulls the whole kit and caboodle with it.
Uh-oh. It took the
Took the scrapbook paper and all.
oh no, don't want that done.
Yep. Look, see? Just took the whole damn thing. I don't like it. I just don't like it at all. Those are cool though. Look at
There
that.
you go. Now you got a cool
That's
flower
really
if you
cool.
want it.
As is that. But now I can reuse the board. All right, you guys, I appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with another tile from my black and white-ish series.
Yes.
But if you have to take anything away from today's tutorial, take this away from it because it's really cool. All right, bye. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, everybody.